Boxing truth here. Bob Arum of Top Rank is still not giving up on a potential Vasyl Lomachenko Nicholas Walters fight. Now, according to Arum, they're still far apart on the money on Walters' side. So what's holding up this fight is Nicholas Walters, because he's not happy with the purse he's initially been offered. And Lomachenko, everything's agreed upon on his side. He's accepted the deal. The guy's taking short money for a risky fight against one of the top fighters formerly at 126. If the fight was to take place, it will take place at 130 pounds. So Lomachenko is taking short money to fight Walters, and a lot shorter than the money he received when he fought his last opponent on HBO. But that opponent he fought, I can't pronounce his name, my bad. He came in much cheaper than Nicholas Walters. That guy was only offered $50K, I believe, for their fight. So when two top opponents fight each other on the HBO platform these days, it can make it difficult for all the parties involved to agree on the terms. And right now, Walters and Arum are far apart on the money. Now, he's accepted the fact that he won't get $1 million for this fight. Only $1 million has been offered as the license fee for this fight. And right now, Arum's holding out hope, but he's not 100% confident that Walters will take the fight. However, Vasyl Lomachenko will fight with or without Nicholas Walters on June 11th. So that is his date. So he will be fighting with or without Walters on June 11th. He will be the main event. The undercard will be Felix Verdejo against an opponent. It's already been named, the opponent. However, he still has to fight in April on an Unamas card. And once he gets past that, he will take the biggest step up of his career as the co-feature slot to Lomachenko. Now, you'll see that Arum wants this fight bad for Lomachenko. He needs this fight for his career. He's a fighter that has opted to go after the toughest fights very early in his career. Maybe it's the wrong or right decision. Most fighters of his caliber coming out of the Olympics would have took the old-fashioned route towards a world title, building up his name, building up his professional experience, and then climbing up the rankings and then eventually earning a world title shot. But Lomachenko is not like other fighters. He's an ambitious fighter who's very confident in his abilities. He's a tremendous fighter with tremendous ability. He's a two-time Olympic gold medalist, and he was already tailor-made for the world-class level. And now, if he gets this Walters fight, it'll be the biggest fight of his career. It won't be his biggest payday, but it would be Walters' biggest payday. So he needs to tread carefully about turning down this fight, because from the vibe I'm getting with Arum and Top Rank, they see Lomachenko as a fighter with more upside for their company compared to Walters. I mean, Walters, what's he's really done? He's made a name for himself, knocking out two blown-up flyweights past their best in Onito Donir and Victor Archinian. He hasn't looked good in recent fights. He struggled with Miguel Mariaga. He went life and death with Jason Sosa. A lot of mixed reactions to that fight. But the fact is, he didn't look good in both of those fights. And he didn't look good against a guy naturally his size. He's mostly been fighting, his biggest wins are against a lot naturally smaller guys coming up. I mean, flyweights. So Nicholas Walters still has a lot to prove at the world level. Now that he's going to be fighting at 130 pounds, is his power still the same? Can he still overpower these guys like he was overpowering blown up flyweights at 126? Can he deliver some knockout performances as he did at featherweight at 130 pounds. So Walters, either he takes this fight or he's going to have nothing to look forward to. He won't get anywhere near the type of money he would get fighting anybody else. I mean, who would? Well, what type of career high payday would he get if he doesn't fight Lomachenko next? His biggest payday, I believe, was $220K. He's being offered double that. And Arum, he's being a reasonable guy with this fight. He said he's willing to take a slight loss for this fight just to make this fight happen, because he knows it's a great fight, a great matchup, and it's the type of fight Lomachenko needs for his career. And he's willing to lose a few hundred K just to make this fight happen. He ain't gonna take a major loss, but he'll take a slight loss just to make this fight go down. And I'm pretty sure Top Rank want Lomachenko to win, and they expect Lomachenko to win. I expect Lomachenko to win if the fight goes down. Just too much arsenal in his skill set. Southpaw, constantly turning, very athletic, very strong for his size. He's not some blown up flyweight, so it's gonna be interesting to see if the fight goes down. If Walters try to overpower Lomachenko, because Lomachenko's he's a strong dude for his size. I mean, just look what he did to Salido in the last few rounds of their fight. He almost knocked Salido out, and Salido was 12 pounds heavier. He was a welterweight on fight night. So, but hopefully this fight goes down. It's a great matchup. It'll be disappointing if the fight doesn't happen, but it'll be strictly Walters' fault, pricing himself out of the fight if he doesn't take it. Besides, what else is out there if he doesn't take it, the fight? Everyone else is tied up. Uchiyama's tied up. Salido and Vargas are tied up. He can't make 126 no more, so he's going to stick around at 130. But this is his prize fight right here, and maybe he can hold out for a couple more K, but he's not going to get that $1 million he craves. But if the fight doesn't go down, Arum has backup plans, of course. He has options for Lomachenko if the Walters fight doesn't go down. He wouldn't reveal any names, but I'm not sure if the alternatives are as attractive as a potential fight with Nicholas Walters in New York on June 11th. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.